rolling. Okay.
Right. So what is this, Hussam?
So this is our first, we're trying something new. We're trying the morning show, but we're not going to do it in the morning because we can't wake up on time every day to do it.
Well, it depends. On the night, if we have one like last night,
Yeah.
you're drinking some hair of the dog.
So yeah, excited to start the show. What we want to do here, we just want to discuss shit, important things that we learned from the day before. Anything that pops up to mind, marketing and tips, anything that will benefit startup.
Yes.
Or an entrepreneur, a hustler, a gig economist, which apparently the guy that presented yesterday doesn't know what a gig economist is. Can you explain to them what a gig economist is?
The gig economist is a term that we've coined ourselves. Well, because the gig economy is a term and it refers to people picking up gigs or odd jobs here and there, doing, I don't know, wearing 3 different hats, doing 3 different jobs, and picking them all up part-time. So we call that a gig economist. Basically a fancy term for a freelancer.
Yeah, like you can be a yoga instructor, a spin instructor, you can also be producing content for money, like handling a few other accounts and all that stuff, and you're basically living on that, and that's how things are turning because people are sick of the full-time jobs. I fucking hate the full-time jobs. Everybody hates the full-time job if they're not passionate about what they do.
Exactly, and the whole concept of the 9 to 5 in the office, I mean, there's plenty of articles we've written, you can see on our website, predictions with, by 2020, 50% of people will be working in some sort of freelance position, contract position, rather than this full-time, workspace we're used to.
Exactly, and there's a lot of jobs that are going to be replaced by robots in the future.
Yeah.
And so you're going to have to find things that are not replaceable, which is you, your personality.
Exactly.
Your personal brand.
Which is friggin' incredibly important.
So, Steve, what did you learn yesterday? One thing that you learned yesterday.
One thing I learned yesterday, guys, this is friggin' important. We've never, as HustleCo or Quadruple, ever paid for sponsorship for an event in the 2.5 years we've been in business. And we decided to pick up this sponsorship 4 days before the event. But what I did learn from it was we yielded maximum results. And that's just because we put everything into it. We said, okay, this is the opportunity we get to handle this much promotional material. We're going to do what we can to maximize the sponsorship. And I just learned that make the most of something that you pay for.
Yeah, it's funny. Like I was telling Steve at the beginning, I was like, do you think it's going to yield us a lot of shit? And I was thinking about it. It's like, that's the wrong way of thinking. Mm-hmm. You go in there with every single bit of you, every single cell, just try to make it work as much as possible and keep going until the end. We were the last people to leave, and that's what we do. What else do you do?
Yeah, last people to leave. Promotional material that we had put on people's chairs, the stickers, the free co-working badge, all this stuff. So a few of it was littered on the ground after. We went and we picked it up, and then we repurposed those stickers, put them down on Stephen Avenue, on some lampposts.
But let's say we had a few beers when we were presenting, and it's not a bad thing to do, so you're loosen up, you're talking to people, you're energetic. I'm not saying get drunk, but that's one of the things that we use to actually just get us loose and motivated for an event, presentation, conference, sales meeting, whatever it is.
Use the tools that God made available to us.
Tools of Titans.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so we're trying this new thing. One other thing, guys. Marketing tip of the day. Get on Instagram stories.
That's our secret.
Oh, it's fine. I want to give it to our entrepreneurs. Get on Instagram stories. Start producing things. People are moving towards things that are short. Millennials are really hard to market to, but you got to go get on the short micro content. Anything, but have a theme. Have something that's a theme. Explain something, write, tag other people, do all that stuff through Instagram stories, because once they make the feature where you can go to the link available, and if you've built your audience, you're going to kill it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I completely agree with Hussam on that. It's something that you have to take the time to tailor this content and make sure that you have those value-added snippets. You can't just be like, because I can use stories, I can just record like my whole day and record 200 shots that are really boring, 10-second shots. I think you need to condense it, like we've been doing on our stories. Put 5.
I've been doing it.
You've been taking some of my content, I may add. But yeah, basically, he's been editing them. But yeah, it's getting it to 10 seconds and jamming the most value possible on that. And using these gateways. Using them gateways.
Put content and choke it in your fans' mouths.
Joke. Do we have a quote of the day?
Quote of the day.
That's fucking typical. But like,
what's the quote of the day?
I never failed. I just found 10,000 ways that didn't work.
Actually, let's end it on a note of summarizing what we learned. I mean, you said what you learned, actually.
Yeah.
Did I say what I learned?
No.
I told you this morning and I forgot.
I think you learned that it's important to let loose sometimes?
Yes, it's important because, you know, in life, I think if you have a goal in life, I don't think it should be like one set goal. It's not like I want to be the first at this, but when you become the first at something, that's it. You're on the top, and then you kind of lose motivation. I think your goal, if you want to have a goal, should be you keep working on it all your life. So, which is mean, like our goal is to support entrepreneurs and startups all around the world, everywhere. That's gonna take a lifetime, right? And for that, you need to have the micro, rewards every day. When you accomplish something, you work hard, you accomplish something. It's important to treat yourself sometimes, and we treated ourselves last night, and that's fine. A bit hungover, but it was totally worth it. So treat yourself when you accomplish something, and yeah, that's one thing. And enjoy the little moments. That's the most important thing.
Fun fact here, absolutely correct. Fun fact: Henry Ford, which I think what quote, I don't know. We just have a lot of quotes from him. He's awesome. Ford Motor Company. He was a supporter of prohibition of alcohol because alcohol. Yeah, he said alcohol reduces workers' productivity. So I saw that in the Prohibition documentary.
Oh, nice. We've been watching a bunch of documentaries, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think this is what I have to say for the day. Is there anything you want to add, Steve?
Anything I want to add? I think we went over the marketing tab, went over what I learned, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Fantastic. Mm-hmm. Have a good one. And
Cheers.
I think we should do something at the end, Steve, like something like Gary V. He's like, the Gary V Show. We should do something like that.
This is the pilot and stuff like that.
Just keep it real. Do it live.
Cheers.
Cheers. Have no fear, baby.
Dominate, don't compete.